Quizizz, engaging and activating learning. Research has demonstrated that engaging students in the learning process increases their attention and focus, motivates them to practice higher-level critical thinking skills, and promotes meaningful learning experiences. Active learning requires students to participate in class as opposed to sitting and listening quietly. Strategies include, but are not limited to, brief question and answer sessions, discussion integrated into the lecture, impromptu writing assignments, hands-on activities, and experiential learning events. As you think of integrating active learning strategies into any course, it's important to consider ways to set clear expectations, design effective evaluation strategies, and provide helpful feedback. Quizizz is an excellent tool for effective evaluation and actively engaging learners, whether learning in person, learning remotely, and whether synchronous or asynchronous. So let's head over to Quizizz and log in.
Once you are logged into Quizizz, this is the screen that you will see. Over on the left-hand side, there are different tabs that you can navigate through. The first tab is Explore, where you can search for quizzes that already exist from other users. There is a My Library tab, where you can access all of the quizzes that you have saved. Reports is where you can access quizzes that you have given to students, and you can see their scores. Classes is a tab where you can create classes within Quizizz to easily share quizzes with your Google Classroom pages. And then there is Settings, where you can edit the settings for your Quizizz account. To create your own quiz in Quizizz, you will go over on the left-hand side and click the purple button that says Create. When you click Create, you will have two options. You can create a quiz or a lesson. A lesson is a new feature that allows you to create a set of slides with multimedia, and it also allows you to embed quiz and poll questions for students to be engaged while you are going through the lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quiz. Once you select quiz, you will need to give your quiz a name. And then it also allows you to choose what subject it is relevant for. And that way, when you search it or other people search it, if you allow it to be public, they could search for subject. Once you give your quiz a name, you will have the option to add a new question. There are different question types that you can use on a Quizizz. There is multiple choice, a checkbox, fill in the blank, poll, open-ended, and the new slides to create questions within the slides for a lesson. To add a new question to your quiz, you will click New Question and select the question type. For this example, I'm going to choose multiple choice. For a multiple choice question, you'll be able to type your question in the first box and the answer options below. Over on the right-hand side, it will show you what your question looks like to students while they are playing the game. Once you have your question typed and your answer choices, you will select which answer is correct by clicking the check mark on the left-hand side. Other options for questions you can include math equations, images, audio, and video. And for each answer choice, you can also add in equations or images. You can also add an answer explanation so students would know why that is the correct answer. And you can choose how long you would like students to be able to answer the question down in the bottom left. Once your question is done, you'll be able to click Save and continue adding questions to your quiz. Another option that Quizizz has to add questions to your quiz is to use the teleport option. Teleport allows you to search for existing quizzes and existing questions that you can easily add to your quizzes, and you can edit them. As you scroll through these Quizizz options, I can look for water cycle questions that I would like to add to my quiz. If I see a question that I like, I can simply add it by clicking the Add button. I can search through multiple different quizzes by switching on this left-hand side. I can scroll through the questions, take a look if I like that question, and I can add it to my quizzes. Even if you don't like the pictures or the exact wording, you can edit each question once it is added to your quizzes. So you'll go through and add questions. Once you are done adding questions, you can get back to your quiz by clicking the arrow. When you go back to your quiz, you can edit each question, you can copy it, or you can delete it if you change your mind. When you edit it, you can edit it just like you created the first question for your quiz, where you can add in images, change the text, change the time, and other options. Once you have all of your questions in your quiz, the last options are to add a quiz image, which will be the front cover image that goes with the title. To add an image, you can drop one from your computer, or you can find one on the internet and you can paste a link and it will add that picture in for you. You can set the language and also what grades this quiz is set for. And the last option is, would you like your quizzes to be open to the public where other people could use your questions or your quiz? Or do you want it private, meaning it's only visible to you? Once you have all of your settings set, you can click Save. Once your Quizizz is done, you can go up to the Done button and it will save all of your settings. To share your quiz with students, you can either share it live, where you play the game together, or you can share it as homework, where students play on their own time. For live, you have the options to play Classic or Instructor Pace. Classic is where students will see all of the questions on their screen and they play at their own pace, and the leaderboard will be on the teacher's screen. Or you can play Instructor Paced, where the teacher can control the pace of everyone, so everyone goes through the same questions together. When you choose your option, it will ask you if you'd like to play with Teams, Classic, or Test Mode. And some other options are down below, where you can select how many times the participants can take the quiz, if you would like it to generate names for the students, or they can enter their own names. And then there are some activity settings where there are some power-ups, so students can play competitively. To show the timer or showing the leaderboard, you can shuffle the questions, and you can also have memes turned on or off, where when students answer questions, if they get it right, it'll have a meme that shows them something funny, or if they get it wrong, it'll be a meme about, something funny with it being wrong. So those are memes as an option. Once you have your settings, you can click Continue. And then this is the screen that you will broadcast to your students, where they will go to joinmyquiz.com. Once they go to that website, they will enter this code, and then they will either enter their name, or if you chose for it to have a name generated for each student, it will do that. Also, if you change your mind, there is a Share Via button where you can decide to share the link. By copying the link, you can share it directly to Google Classroom, Remind, Canvas, Schoology, Microsoft Teams, or Twitter. If you would like students to take the quiz or play the Quizizz game on their own time, you have the option to assign it as homework. When you assign it as homework, it will first ask you what you would like the deadline to be for them to take the quiz, meaning if they access the quiz after this date and time, it will no longer work. They will not have access to the quiz. The no deadline feature is a premium feature, but if you select the calendar, you will notice that the free Quizizz option is to give you about 2 weeks for a deadline. Once you have your deadline set, there are other options down below, just like the live features, where you can select how many times you would like each student to be able to take the quiz, and other features like shuffling the questions and turning on music and memes. Once your settings are completed, you can click Continue. And then it gives you the option to share the quizzes on Google Classroom, or you can share it through a link. And you can also tell students what the code is and to go to joinmyquiz.com, just like the live game. Down below, you will see your quiz, and it will automatically update as students are taking the quiz at home. It will show you the % accuracy and how many people have attempted the quiz so far. You have the option to download these results so that you can keep the hard file of what scores each student got, and you can also print them. If you go over to Reports, you also have the option to look at previous quizzes that you have given in the past, and you can access those results by clicking on the title. You have the option to download the results, you can print them, and you can go back and review how each student did on the quiz. You also have the option to look at the questions, so you can look at each question and see how many students selected each answer choice. This is helpful to go over with students. The overview shows you each user and which questions they got wrong as you scroll through. And then the other options it has is you can view the live dashboard. You can use this quiz as flashcards, or you can just view the quiz itself. All of these options are allowing you to see the report after the quiz has been taken.